Hey, what's good, everybody? Signing in for a little talk about my journey. Okay, thank you for joining me. First and foremost, I started praying. I started praying. I started to go to the local cathedral and spend a moment to focus on my thoughts. And I want to tell you how things are at this moment in time. So, if this is the first video you've come across, I'm not religious. I mean, I don't even like the term spiritual. I think there's too many negative connotations just through the utilization of that term by people who might, you know, not reflect what I want to find in the idea of spirituality. But I'm finding myself, and in finding myself, I'm finding that which is above and beyond me. And I'm expanding my boundaries to the plane of that which isn't material. Because there isn't much here, you know? There isn't much here, so I'm trying to work things out and I'm trying to find understanding. And I've been visiting the local cathedral and spending a moment, yeah? I'm not, well, of course, I've stated I'm not religious. I'm not Catholic, but I have a love-hate relationship with the opulence and the magnificence of these places of worship. As I feel, as far as marketing is concerned, if we were to apply it in that sense, to have big, bold, gorgeous architecture and artistry within these buildings is a strength, right? But I do deem it somewhat unnecessary for the act of worship. So there is a conflicting feeling within me in regards to these buildings, and I know that maybe Protestantism does it a little bit different. I don't know to what extent. I'm not very well versed on the different sects and so forth. It's something I will learn about, but I'm getting there. I just do know that within the realm of Catholicism, there is magnificence, and I adore it. I do adore fantastic art. I do adore fantastic sculpture. And the geometrical elements are gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with how pristine everything is, but I do wonder, why is this necessary? Because, hey, that's a story for another time. But I've started to venture within the doors of this building and take a moment within the pews to collect my thoughts and speak to that which I'm trying to find understanding. And it's been good. It has been good, and I want to talk to you about it. So, where do we start? Where do we start? It didn't take me long to find a development in my method of speaking to that out there. Initially, when I would bow my head and I would go into my ego, my conscious, I would find my conscious and my ego fighting against me. I would feel myself making statements. I would feel myself, and I haven't prayed off of like a prayer sheet or, spoken of that which is written. I've quite simply gone in there just to, at the very least, think, okay? And to communicate with something. So I've not read a prayer at this point. I've not, spoken any of the words that have been written. So maybe what I'm speaking of might not classify as prayer, you tell me. But I would go and I would non-verbally speak to this mystical entity, to this everything, and after saying so much, I would go out of my way not to ask. Because who am I to ask for more? But I did ask for others, and even so, there were moments where let me tell you one thing, right? A big takeaway from this process has been, whether I'm in full submittance or not at this point in my life, to at least know I'm there to try to speak to this entity, to God, and the idea that God might be listening, I feel exposed. I feel vulnerable. I feel naked. And it's an incredible, humbling experience, because I will catch myself saying one thing or other and I will find there's a little bit of an ego investment in what I've just said. I speak with such attention at this early stage to what I do say that it allows me to rid myself of self-indulgence, to rid myself of want, to rid myself of need that isn't something I need. And after so long, I would go each and every day, and I'm hoping to go tomorrow. It's this morning right now as I speak, so I'm hoping to go this morning, if not a little later in the day. I don't eat up until that point. I will make an effort to fast up until there. I will go in. And I've changed my wants and needs and my discussions and conversations with that which I'm grateful for. And I try to delve into the foundation of that which I am grateful, so I can say thank you and acknowledge the good in my life, and acknowledge how special my life is, and acknowledge how fantastic things are, disregarding what people tell you, what the generalized frequency that's expressed in this world tries to place upon you. Tries to minimize you, tries to diminish you, tries to rid you of a better way of being. I say I'm grateful. I don't want to have you spend your infinite time listening to me not acknowledging the blessing that not only have I received, but that which you have gifted me, I well and truly am blessed, and I should appreciate it, and I can acknowledge it. And I am going to shed myself of my self-indulgence and of my ego in submittance to you, that which is above and beyond any of my comprehension, any of my understanding. Unfathomable, the idea that something is out there I'm going to, through you, become aware of that in my life which I am blessed to receive. And then maybe after this moment in these pews in this cathedral, I will go forth and act upon my gratefulness, speak upon my gratefulness, concentrate on my gratefulness. So that's my experience so far. It's good. It's good. Where I'm going to go from here, I'm uncertain. But we're going to continue onwards and enjoy the journey and see where we go, you know? And on that note, I'm going to sign out, people. So I want to say one love, peace.